David! 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 Can you believe what just happened to us?
On June 16th, 2023, this dashcam footage was recorded in Escambia County, Florida. Heavy rain had flooded roadways as deputies responded to reports of stranded vehicles. A deputy approached a motorist, stopped in rapidly rising water near U.S. Highway 98. As he stepped closer, the current suddenly intensified. Both the deputy and the motorist were pulled off their feet and sucked into a drainage pipe beneath the road.
Oh man, I got you! Hey buddy, I got you! Oh Jesus! No! Oh Jesus, buddy! Hey! David! 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 Can you believe what just happened to us? You okay, buddy? Can you believe what happened to us? Oh, just breathe. Just breathe, buddy. Oh my God! Oh, thank you, Jesus! Oh God! Oh, Jesus, thank you. Oh, I'm gonna die too, buddy. Suck me in. Oh, my God. Did you go through that? I did. I never held my like that in my life. I mean it. Oh, my God, come here, bro. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Lord, I'm saving my life, dude. I love you. God, I will save. I will save you, Lord. I love you. I will save. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh my God! 337. I'm alive. Lord Jesus, I didn't need that for location. Oh my God! I'm alright, man. No, I don't want to get sucked down again. We're staying put. We're gonna walk I fought it for a second. Well, I saw you go down and I went after you. Yeah. Hold on. I said I held on. It was like a lift. 337, simple. Hold on, man. That's how good we can do. Let's hold on to each other. Yeah. I got you. He was over there and I was having him come across. And he goes down. And I go in after him. I got sucked in. Drain pipe right by that marker, and I went all the way underneath Highway 98 and got spit out. You will not. If it didn't happen to him too, I'm glad you're good. Thank you, man, for like being there when I come out. I feel awful. I told you to come to me. I led you right into that shit. When I came out, you were right behind me. That shows like, believe me. I mean,
Dashcam and body cam footage show them disappearing under the water. They were swept through the pipe for several seconds before being forced back to the surface downstream. The deputy was able to regain control and help the motorist to safety. The sheriff's office later said both were submerged for roughly half a minute and carried about 100 feet. No serious injuries were reported. On December 4th, 2023, this police dashcam video captured the moments before a duplex exploded in Arlington, Virginia. Officers were responding to reports of gunfire at a residence on North Burlington Street. Police said the homeowner had fired a flare gun multiple times from inside the home and remained barricaded.
Police! Stop shooting the flares! Mr. Yu, can you hear me? Mr. Yu!
Officers established a perimeter and attempted to make contact while preparing to serve a search warrant. As they moved near the duplex, a massive explosion suddenly tore through the structure.
Stay away from your front door.
The blast sent debris into the street and forced officers to retreat. 3 officers suffered minor injuries during the explosion. Fire crews extinguished the flames, but the home was destroyed. Investigators later confirmed the homeowner died in the blast. Authorities identified the homeowner as 56-year-old James Yu. The medical examiner ruled his death the result of thermal injuries and blunt force trauma. A later investigation determined the explosion originated in the basement and was intentionally caused by the homeowner, involving gasoline and an ignition source. On July 7, 2017, this dashcam footage was recorded in Fort Worth, Texas. An officer was conducting a traffic stop on the shoulder of Interstate 30 during the early morning hours. As the stop continued, a vehicle approaching from behind drifted toward the shoulder. Dashcam footage shows the car slamming into the stopped vehicles at speed. The impact struck the officer, throwing him into the roadway. The patrol car and the suspect vehicle were both heavily damaged. Other officers rushed to the scene as traffic came to a halt. The injured officer was transported to a hospital with serious injuries. Police later said the driver who caused the crash was suspected of being intoxicated. Dashcam video of the collision was released, showing how quickly the routine stop turned violent. On March 21, 2015, this police dashcam footage was recorded in Upper Arlington, Ohio. Officers were responding to reports of a possible gas issue in a residential neighborhood. As the patrol car moved down Sunningdale Way, a house ahead was already compromised. Seconds later, the home erupted in a massive explosion. Dashcam footage shows a violent fireball and debris blasting into the street. The officer immediately stopped as flames and smoke filled the area.
I noticed a gas leak this morning. There's a gas leak.
3430 Sunningdale Way, house explosion, one trapped inside. All fire department respond with Columbus.
Okay, I'm gonna get my truck out of the way.
Turn the radio. Yes, 10. Have the desk start calling out people. We're going to need more manpower. Third shift. Desk copies.
Fire crews later confirmed the explosion was fueled by natural gas. The house was unoccupied at the time, and no deaths were reported. Police and firefighters secured the scene and allowed the remaining gas-fed fire to burn off. The released dashcam video shows how suddenly the situation escalated. On September 16, 2022, this dashcam footage was recorded in Platteville, Colorado. Officers were assisting with a traffic stop tied to a reported menacing call involving a handgun. A woman was removed from a vehicle, handcuffed, and placed in the back seat of a Platteville police cruiser. The patrol car was stopped near railroad tracks at the intersection of Highway 85 and Weld County Road 36. As officers focused on searching the suspect vehicle nearby, a freight train approached the crossing. The police cruiser was still parked directly on the tracks with the handcuffed woman inside. Seconds later, the train slammed into the patrol car at speed. The impact pushed the cruiser down the tracks, while officers ran back toward it.
Can I please get my cell phone? We'll get your cell phone in a second. Is there any weapons in the car?
Ready?
No, ma'am, there's nothing.
She's driving slow enough,
Yeah?
so she could have tossed something back.
Toss it out the window?
She could have out that window, but who is that? Hart?
No, that's, Tom check. Oh, oh my god! Oh my god!
Move your car! Stay back!
It's a 346 patrol car was just hit by a train. Dispatch, Central 346. Status medical emergent. The suspect was in the vehicle that was hit by the train.
Body cam footage shows officers opening the damaged rear door and pulling the woman out of the wrecked vehicle. She was injured, but survived the crash. No officers were inside the cruiser at the moment of impact. The woman was transported to a hospital for treatment. Later, Fort Lupton police confirmed they requested the Colorado Bureau of Investigation to review the incident. In the months that followed, the woman in the back seat, Yareni Rios Gonzalez, faced a long recovery. Court filings and later reporting described her injuries as severe, including a traumatic brain injury and multiple broken bones. She required extensive medical treatment and rehabilitation after the crash. In 2024, the cities involved agreed to an $8.5 million civil settlement with her. Criminal cases were also resolved against the officers responsible for parking the cruiser on the tracks. What makes this incident especially tragic is that the danger was entirely preventable. A routine decision, made without urgency, left a restrained person with no ability to escape. This incident is also similar to the last one, where a stalled car turns into a terrifying situation. On May 12, 2025, this police dashcam footage was recorded in Piscataway, New Jersey. Officers were dispatched just after midnight for a report of a car stopped on railroad tracks. When officers arrived, they found a driver still seated in the vehicle as crossing arms began to lower. The driver appeared impaired and struggled to follow commands. As a train could be heard approaching, officers moved in and physically pulled the driver out of the car.
We're driving out of the car. The car's stuck.
Receive. Receive out of the vehicle.
We're gonna hit the car.
0008 Jacred.
Receive.
I'm heading that way.
They dragged the driver clear of the tracks with only seconds to spare. Moments later, the train slammed into the now empty vehicle. The impact destroyed the car as officers and the driver stood nearby. Piscataway police later released the dashcam footage showing the rescue. No serious injuries were reported in the incident. On May 15, 2016, this dashcam footage was recorded in Anchorage, Alaska. An officer responded to a rollover crash involving a single SUV that had gone off the road and landed on its side. When the officer arrived, the vehicle was resting on its right side with smoke coming from the engine area. The driver was still inside, conscious, with his arm trapped beneath the vehicle. Dashcam footage shows the officer calling out to nearby bystanders for help. Together, they braced themselves against the SUV and began rocking it back and forth. After several attempts, the vehicle shifted just enough for the driver to pull his arm free. He then climbed out through the sunroof and moved away from the wreck.
15, the vehicle, the engine's on fire.
Oh my God!
All right, we gotta try to lift it up. Where's your arm trapped, sir?
Let's see if we can, three of us.
Oh my! Sir, where's your arm trapped? All right, go on, right here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, lift! Lift! Go, 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 go! Go! Lift! Okay. I don't care. 1, 2, 3. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Lift!
No, we're not gonna.
Can we push it the other way?
Which way is your arm trapped, sir?
My arm is stuck
15. We
under
need
the
more
door.
people. His arm is trapped underneath the door. We're trying to lift the vehicle up, but we can't get it up yet.
Oh.
Sir, come here. Come here. We need help trying to push this up.
Yeah.
You, come here. Quick, run.
Oh. Oh. Oh God! Please help me! Open.
Ready? Let's go. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Up, up, go, go. Lift, push, push, push.
I'm gonna go.
Right.
Let me go get it.
Push. Go, 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 go.
Oh, you guys saved my.
15, see when he's out of the vehicle. All right, everybody back off. Back off.
Oh my good God!
Everyone, let's get back from the vehicle. Let's get away. Get some space.
Less than a minute later, the SUV became fully engulfed in flames. The dashcam video was released 2 days later, showing how close the rescue came to ending very differently.
Just come here on the front of my hood. Right here.
Just put the fire out.
Yeah, they're getting it out. Don't worry.
Priority. I'm actually a fireman.
Yeah, okay.
I work for the state. I'm okay. I thought I was literally going to die.
What's your name, man?
My name.
And I'm glad to be talking with you right now.
Me too.
On May 1st, 2023, this police dashcam footage was recorded in Fairfax County, Virginia. An officer was in the middle of a routine traffic stop along Fairfax County Parkway. As the stop continued, a car traveling in the opposite direction suddenly lost control at high speed. The vehicle crossed the median and spun toward the shoulder. Dashcam footage shows the out-of-control car crashing into the stop area. The officer narrowly avoided being hit as debris and vehicles collided just feet away. Officers immediately moved to secure the scene and check on everyone involved. Police later said the officer suffered only minor injuries. The department released the dashcam video to show how quickly a routine stop can turn dangerous. On July 7, 2017, this police dashcam footage was recorded in Bridgeport, Texas. An officer was conducting a late-night traffic stop along Highway 380. As the officer stood near the stopped vehicle, headlights suddenly appeared coming straight toward the scene. A car was traveling the wrong way at speed. Dashcam footage shows the vehicle blasting through the traffic stop, missing the officer by just a few feet. The officer jumped clear as the car tore past the stopped driver.
Bridgeport, you have a driver's license, insurance on you?
Yes, sir.
You know why I'm pulling you over?
No, sir.
You don't know?
No, sir.
You just made that left turn, it was red.
Oh, it was red?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
If you would have waited 3 more seconds, it turned green, like right after you went through the intersection.
Oh, I thought it was...
The other light, you know, the light's going...
Straight?
Who is this? Hey! Get out of here, man. You're good.
No one was struck, and no injuries were reported. The officer immediately cleared the stop and took off after the wrong-way driver. Police later said the driver was intoxicated and was taken into custody. The dashcam video was released afterward, showing how close the encounter came to turning deadly. On August 15, 2020, this dashcam footage was recorded in Dunwoody, Georgia. An officer was conducting a traffic stop during the early morning hours. As the stop continued, a vehicle approaching from behind failed to slow down. The driver was impaired and drifting toward the shoulder. Dashcam footage shows the car slamming into a parked police SUV at speed. The impact shoved the patrol vehicle forward, pinning it into the officer. The officer was knocked down as the cruiser lurched toward him. Nearby vehicles and debris scattered across the roadway. Emergency responders rushed in as traffic was shut down. Police later said no serious injuries were reported. The department released the dashcam video to show how fast a routine stop can turn dangerous. In January 2015, this dashcam footage was recorded in Gulf Breeze, Florida. A sergeant had pulled over a speeding driver during a routine traffic stop. As the officer stood at the driver's window, the driver suddenly put the car in gear and took off. The officer reached inside, trying to stop the vehicle. Dashcam footage shows the sergeant being dragged as the car accelerated away. Moments later, he was thrown to the pavement and struck as the vehicle fled.
Lethargic in your answers. You don't know the address where you live at. Okay? Your failure to maintain a single lane traffic. Your increase in speed, your decrease in speed, your increase in speed. Want to do some field sobriety exercises for me? Don't fucking do it! 806 officers just been hit by vehicle. Suspect vehicle ran me over. Fuck!
A passing motorist stopped to help as the injured officer lay in the roadway. The driver was later located and taken into custody. Police said the sergeant suffered a serious arm injury, but survived. The dashcam video was released afterward, showing how fast the stop escalated into a violent assault.
Hang on. Is that a gunshot? What is that? Okay. All right, baby, let's just, did you... Anybody get that bag number? She didn't want to go to jail for DUI. Took off. Put my foot over that jail. Hang on, buddy. We got 911 coming. Hang on, buddy. She's off. It'll be okay.
2021, this dashcam video captured a close call in Fayetteville, Arkansas. An officer responded to a report of a vehicle fire on Jimmy Avenue. When he arrived, a van was already fully engulfed in flames on a steep driveway. As the officer approached, the burning van suddenly broke free and began rolling downhill. The vehicle, still on fire, moved directly toward the roadway.
Explosion is going on.
43397. Hey, watch out!
Headquarters roll down the hill.
Get back from it!
flames and black smoke. Some sort of explosion is going on.
433 is 97.
Hey, watch out!
The officer quickly backed away as the van rolled past, missing him by seconds. Flames and debris trailed behind as it continued down the street.
Some sort of explosion is going on.
433 is 97.
Hey, watch out!
Headquarters. Headquarters, this rolled down the hill.
Get to stomping!
House is good?
Fire crews arrived shortly after and extinguished the blaze. Investigators later said the fire likely started due to the van overheating. No injuries were reported. On February 9, 2024, this dashcam footage was recorded in Kaysville, Utah. Officers were alerted to a wrong-way driver traveling on Interstate 15 during the early morning hours. Dashcam footage shows a vehicle driving northbound in the southbound lanes at highway speed. An officer positioned his patrol car ahead of the oncoming vehicle. With no time left to clear the roadway, the officer crossed the median and intentionally struck the wrong-way car to stop it.
Davis killed 26, 1050. I got him. 200 north.
10-4.
I need medical. Bad.
Kilo 26, 10-4. Units responding. Kilo 26, are you just south of 200?
The collision brought both vehicles to a halt. The officer was injured in the crash and had to be extricated from his patrol car. He was transported to a hospital with moderate to serious injuries. Police said the wrong-way driver was not hurt and was arrested on suspicion of DUI. The dashcam footage was released later, showing the split-second decision used to prevent a larger crash. January 16, 2017, this police dashcam video captured a sudden explosion near Spearman, Texas. An officer was driving at night when a natural gas pipeline ruptured in an open field outside town. Within seconds, the gas ignited, lighting up the sky with a massive fireball. The explosion was visible from miles away. Flames shot straight up, briefly turning the surrounding area bright orange before settling into a sustained burn. Authorities closed nearby roads as emergency crews responded. The pipeline was allowed to burn off remaining gas before any repair work could begin. Officials later confirmed there were no injuries, no nearby homes were damaged, and the blast occurred away from populated areas. The pipeline operator was notified and began an investigation once the fire was fully contained. On March 31, 2023, this dashcam video captured an officer being caught inside a tornado near Harlan, Indiana. Late at night, an Allen County Sheriff's deputy was driving through northeast Allen County as severe storms moved through the area. Visibility was limited, with heavy rain and darkness surrounding the roadway. As the deputy continued forward, the tornado moved directly over the patrol car. The dashcam shows intense wind, debris striking the vehicle, and power flashes lighting up the sky as the circulation passed through. The deputy slowed and remained inside the vehicle while the storm moved past. The patrol car sustained damage from debris, but the deputy was not injured. On April 7, 2018, this police dashcam video captured a house explosion in Hurst, Texas. Officers were dispatched after a vehicle crashed into a home on Myrtle Drive. As they arrived and began walking toward the front of the house, a natural gas leak ignited. The home suddenly exploded, sending a fireball and debris into the air just feet from the officers.
Get here. Go over here. Okay, that's good. Shit! In the house. 222 to you copy that? We had explosion in the house. Hey, you alright? God damn it. .339 to Hearst, the house just exploded.
Both were knocked back by the blast, but remained on their feet. Investigators later said the crash ruptured the main gas line, allowing gas to build up inside the structure before igniting. Inside the house, 3 residents were injured in the explosion. Officers forced their way in from the back and pulled the occupants out while the structure burned. 2 officers suffered minor injuries during the blast and rescue efforts. Officials confirmed the injuries were not life-threatening. The home was heavily damaged, and the cause was ruled accidental, stemming from the initial vehicle crash. On July 26, 2018, this dashcam video captured extreme fire behavior during the car fire near Redding, California. As officers drove through the area, the wildfire intensified rapidly. Heavy smoke, flying embers, and violent winds surrounded the roadway, making visibility nearly impossible. The fire generated a powerful fire whirl, sometimes described as a firenado, as flames and debris were pulled upward and across the landscape. Trees, power lines, and structures were torn apart as the fire surged through neighborhoods.
Powerhouse at 299. Proceed forward.
Wow. Yeah, wow.
Copy right.
Officers were forced to retreat as conditions became uncontrollable. The dashcam footage shows how quickly the situation escalated, with fire behavior changing in seconds. The car fire went on to burn hundreds of thousands of acres and destroy large parts of the Redding area. Authorities later confirmed multiple fatalities tied to the fire, including both civilians and firefighters. On January 21, 2017, this dashcam video captured a collision between a front-runner train and a FedEx truck in North Salt Lake, Utah. An officer was stopped near a railroad crossing when a FedEx tractor-trailer moved across the tracks. The crossing gates were not down, and no warning arms were visible at the time. Seconds later, a front-runner passenger train entered the crossing and slammed into the trailer. The train tore through the FedEx container, scattering packages across the roadway. The truck's cab was not struck, and the driver avoided serious injury. The train came to a stop a short distance past the crossing as officers moved in to secure the scene. Officials later reported only minor injuries from the crash. Transit authorities said the crossing malfunction was caused by human error. The dashcam footage shows the moment of impact, capturing how quickly the situation unfolded at the crossing. On March 15, 2018, this dashcam video captured the moment a mobile home exploded in Cypress, California. Officers were responding to a report of a structure fire at a mobile home park along Lincoln Avenue. Dispatch advised that one person was burned and another might still be inside. As an officer arrived, a resident was seen standing near the burning mobile home, trying to put the fire out himself. The officer immediately grabbed him and pulled him away from the structure. Seconds later, the mobile home exploded, sending flames and debris into the air just feet from where they had been standing.
Let's get them away from this car. Let's get them away from this car. Let's get them away from this car. You in there? The car. Get away from the car. Car then. Move this car out of here. Okay. He's too close to the fire. Let's go. Move it. Guys, let's go. Let's get away from the car.
I got this victim right here.
We got him. Get away from the Sir, let's go. Get away from this car. Get this car out of here. Move away, guys. I got you. Let's go. Guys, get away from this house. Get this.
Let's go.
Come on, sir. I got you. Let's go. Take your time. Sir, let's go. Come on. I got you.
We're working on evacuating.
The resident suffered burn injuries and was taken to the hospital. No officers were seriously injured. Fire officials later said the explosion was caused by oxygen tanks inside the mobile home that ruptured as the fire intensified. The dashcam footage shows how close the officer and resident were to the blast, with only moments separating the rescue from the explosion.
Go. Make that left.
Copy, speed 50 is clear.
Let's go. We can't let him get their car. Just get him out of here. Go. That's it for the house right there. Did we check this house yet?
On October 9th, 2024, this dashcam video captured a tornado moving through the Vero beach area in Florida. As storms pushed across Indian River County, an officer was driving when a rotating funnel became visible ahead. Heavy rain and strong winds reduced visibility as debris began moving across the roadway. The dashcam shows the circulation tightening as the officer continued through the area, with power flashes and blowing debris visible around nearby buildings and trees. Multiple tornadoes touched down in and around Vero Beach that afternoon, damaging homes, businesses, and infrastructure. Emergency crews responded across the city as reports came in from several neighborhoods. The National Weather Service later confirmed tornado damage in the area, with storms rated in the lower EF range.
Thank you. Hey, can you shut this down? Just put your car in front of it. Hey. She's right here. Right there. Why are you yelling? Why is he yelling? You don't need to be yelling.
On March 17th, 2019, dashcam video captured patrol units approaching the ITC terminal fire in Deer Park, Texas. As officers drove toward the facility, thick black smoke was already pouring into the sky, visible from miles away. Multiple units moved in and began closing roads as the emergency response expanded. The fire started at the Intercontinental Terminals Company Terminal on Independence Parkway and quickly spread through a tank farm. Investigators later said a pump failure led to a release of flammable product, and the vapors ignited. The blaze intensified as more tanks became involved. Air monitoring was launched, and shelter-in-place warnings were issued during parts of the response due to air quality concerns. Firefighting efforts continued for days. Officials later confirmed the fire was not fully extinguished until March 20th, after burning through a large section of the terminal and destroying multiple storage tanks. On August 11, 2025, this police dashcam video captured a lightning strike at an intersection in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. An officer was stopped near Highway 17 during a storm when a bolt of lightning suddenly struck near the roadway. The impact produced an intense flash and a loud explosion, lighting up the entire intersection. The strike hit utility equipment, causing a transformer to blow and sending sparks outward. Traffic signals immediately went dark as power was knocked out. The officer remained in place as debris fell and smoke drifted across the road. Other units moved in to block traffic while crews were called to the scene. Police later confirmed there were no injuries. Utility workers responded to repair the damage and restore power in the area. On February 24, 2015, this dashcam video captured a sudden gas explosion in Stafford Township, New Jersey. Officers were already on scene in a residential neighborhood after reports of a strong gas odor. Utility crews and emergency responders were working nearby, trying to locate the source of the leak. Without warning, a house on Oak Avenue exploded, sending a massive fireball into the air. The blast shook the police cruiser as flames and debris filled the street. Multiple emergency personnel were injured in the explosion, including firefighters, utility workers, and EMTs. Several were transported to local hospitals for treatment. Homes in the surrounding area were evacuated as gas and power were shut off to prevent further danger. Fire crews worked to contain the blaze and secure the scene. On May 18, 2025, this sheriff's dashcam video captured a tornado touching down in eastern Colorado. A Douglas County sheriff's deputy was driving when a funnel formed in the distance near Elbert County, just outside the Denver metro area. The rotating column became clearly visible from the roadway as it moved across open land.
Like 50 meters. I'm watching it rip a lot of debris around and watch some roofs come off houses and stuff. Yeah. Alright, it's officially in.
The deputy slowed and continued observing as the tornado remained on the ground. The dashcam footage shows the size and definition of the funnel as it tracked through the area.
Oh yeah, but if you want to send like rattlesnake through, it's probably like north out and 194, and I'll go drive through there.
Wide, you have reports of houses being ripped off.
Can you put me in service?
Correct.
Copy, I can see it.
Yeah, you call 165. Alright, thank you.
Okay, 13.
Bye.
Inventory 13.
You can break me from the citizen assist and I'll be around for the tornado.
Copy 13.
I'm driving through it as it was, but it's still turning. Yeah, it was like 50 meters, and I mean, you know, just like some high wind, but definitely was enough to pick up a lot of debris, so. Oh wow, that's crazy. Oh yeah, there's a good funnel that's coming back around right now. It's gonna be off Antelope Ridge and like north out. There's about 5 to 10 homes severely damaged in here. I'll be checking for injuries. But if you want to move the whole location, it went through here.
The tornado was part of a larger outbreak that day across eastern Colorado. National Weather Service surveys later confirmed multiple tornadoes in the region, including several rated EF2. Damage was reported to homes and structures in nearby communities, but officials said no injuries were confirmed in Colorado from this event. On November 24, 2025, this dashcam video captured a tornado forming in Harris County, Texas. An officer was driving through northwest Harris County as severe storms moved through the area. As the rain intensified, a rotating funnel began to take shape in the distance. The dashcam shows the circulation tightening as debris and low clouds were pulled upward. The officer slowed while continuing to observe the developing tornado. The storm went on to damage large sections of nearby neighborhoods, with many homes reporting roof and structural damage. Emergency crews were deployed across the area as residents sheltered in place. On December 17, 2025, this dashcam video captured a close call during a traffic stop near Poteet, Texas. Deputies with the Atascosa County Sheriff's Office had a vehicle pulled over along Highway 16. A marked patrol unit was parked on the shoulder as the stop was underway. Suddenly, a pickup truck approached and slammed into the parked patrol vehicle. The impact sent the cruiser spinning as people nearby ran to avoid being hit. The pickup continued off the roadway before coming to a stop in the grass. The patrol unit was heavily damaged and later declared a total loss. Despite the force of the crash, no injuries were reported. Deputies and the stopped driver were able to get out of the way in time. Texas DPS responded to investigate the crash. On August 21st, 2019, this dashcam video captured officers responding to a house fire in Willoughby, Ohio. Officers arrived on Hurricane Drive to find a home already burning, with smoke pouring from the structure. Without waiting, they ran toward the house as neighbors shouted that people were still inside. Dashcam footage shows officers rushing in and helping residents escape as the fire continued to spread. 3 people were pulled out of the home and moved away from the flames. Officers also assisted in getting pets out of the house during the rescue. The scene remained active as firefighters arrived and took over suppression efforts. All 3 residents were rescued before the fire fully consumed the structure.